Hello, and welcome to the show, The Road to Success. I want to thank you for tuning in and giving me the opportunity to give you, on this day, the blessing that God has given me to give to you. The God in me greets and blesses the God in you. I'm William Murray, the CEO of the Murray Group, the author of the series, The Road to Success. We teach you and guide you and give you the roadmap to reach your goals, your desires, and your wants. I want to introduce you to my co-host, Mr. Kevin Langford.
Good evening, friends. It's a pleasure to be with you once again. Welcome to the Road to Success. I'm Kevin Langford, the author of Bettering Your Best, Using Your Strengths to Springboard Success. So while you're on that road to success, whatever it is you've been able to accomplish so far, you can take that as the impetus to lead you to a better life and use that as a springboard to swim into the tides of your excellence. So stay tuned, get some notepads, pencil, and a beverage, preferably non-alcoholic, and get ready to have a great evening with us tonight. Thanks for joining.
Tonight's show is Success Made Easy. We're going to give you a guideline or somewhat of a little bit of how to make success easy, because success is easy. Failure is hard. When you, we're going to give you and talk about the 6 pillars of planning, which is what it's going to take for your business plan,
Right.
your life plan, and your vision board. But we'll get more into that in sessions as we go along. The road to success, what we're going to teach you is how to work smart and not hard. Because when you work smart, it makes it easier. It cuts down your time. It cuts down what it is you have to do and the consumption of time. Because you can make more money, but you can't make more time.
Yeah, that's right. We're also going to share with you the spheres of life and what you will accomplish by having a coach in your life that's going to help you go past the aspects in your life. You've got to have personal development. We've talked about reading, how important reading is. The great late Jim Rohn said it's better to miss a meal than miss reading a great book. So it's like having a mentor around you at all times when you get some good books. So we're going to recommend a couple of books, and so I can't wait. It's called Success Made Easy.
And success is made easy because success is a process. We're going to, in our week to week shows, we're going to give you the process to grow you, build you, and mold you. And where you'll realize what it's going to take for you to reach and get everything in life that you desire, that you seek. The road to success is a series of learning and doing. See, it's the thought and action process. Everything goes through thought, but behind the thought must come the action. That's the reason we named it the road to success, because it is a thought and action. That's what success is. And we're going to guide you and get you there from week to week to week.
And again, as we venture into each week, we're going to make this interactive too. We're going to bring in a vision board, help you construct your own vision board, have you then send it in to us, email it, take a picture of it, something like that.
Yes.
Maybe you'll give a free book away for the best vision board construction or something along that line. But we can't wait to get deeper into Success Made Easy. That's the title for tonight on the road to success.
Now,
so you're going to start it off?
One thing about success, the success that you're seeking, that you're looking for, is also out there looking for you. Now, like I said, success is a process. There are 6 pillars of success that you must have when you do your vision board. Well, your vision board is still going to add on to your business plan and your life plan.
But if you look at it, I like that though. If you look at it in pillars, it'll help you with the construction of your vision board. Some people just use a whiteboard, or you can get the cardboard that you get at the supermarket. It unfolds. But if you look at it in those 6 pillars, you will be able to then come up with better ways to put together a vision board. And we're going to talk about that tonight too. We keep hinting at it. But I too have 6 parts of the construction of your plan for your future, for your life. So it's going to be very good. So you're going to start.
Well, yeah. What it is you got what you got to do. One thing about success, it requires research, studying, and learning. I mean, when we say success made easy, and we tell you that you got to work smart, that means, see, that's your research. Now, we've been out for years doing, learning, and teaching. So when we say made easy is going through the steps that it takes you to be successful. And when we get into doing our vision board, which we'll do that show next week. Let's do that show next week on vision board and your business plan and your life plan, which is very important. That's all the major things in success.
Yeah, and the vision board is your ability to crystallize your goals, put it in front of you by collecting photos, collecting memorabilia, even if you will, and having the specifics of what your dream is. It's not enough to say, my dream car is an Aston Martin. My dream car has to match this bow tie, and it has to have 8 cows of leather in it, including the gold plate that goes on the front of it with the Pirelli tires. And that's the way you establish your goals. You want to make it specific, and by having a vision board, you can actually do that.
Yeah, and you know the great, and I don't want to give away too much. I don't want to give them everything. So when we do the vision board next week, but you got in your goals, you got to be very specific. You know, it's not the hard part that slows you down. See, that it's really not, because that's just a growth spurt for you. You know, when you get the idea of what you want and you do the research, that's the guideline. That is what you need. When you know, like the saying goes, when the student's ready, the teacher will come. I mean, that goes to anything. Right. I mean, a computer is a teacher. It ain't got to be a human being. Mm-hmm. It can be what you pull up at that moment that you're reading, that you're researching. That's working smart. When you study someone who has done what it is you're trying to do, that's working smart. They've already taken the bugs out of it. They've already told you what they did to be successful, so you want to go out there and make mistakes they made to get where they are.
Yeah, I call that
that's
going down the Indian Trail and already taking the arrows. So they now know where the arrows are when you're trying to achieve your success. So
yeah.
And we want you to stay tuned. We'll take a small break. We'll be back in a minute with a little bit more, and it's going to get a little deeper. We're going to delve in even further.
Yeah, you know, what it is you have to do, you know, you've got to change what it is you're doing and grow into your success. Because like I said, you got to do today what you didn't do yesterday, so you can have tomorrow the things you didn't have today. And it's just that simple. I mean, success made easy is easy. It's just you got to do the work. It's going to take work. It's not just something that's going to happen overnight. Now, I'm celebrating my 37th year as an entrepreneur. Well, one of the things I tell people is what you're looking at when you see me here and in my teachings and in my speeches and in my presentations and in my classes and in my series, what you're looking at is 36 plus years of overnight success. Overnight success. Took 36 years.
So in a minute when we come back, we want you to think about this question. Which of the 6 human needs for your goals have you not met? Welcome back to Road to Success. I'm Kevin Langford along with William Murray. And we were asking you the question, which of the 6 human needs are you trying to meet right now in your life? So, William, take it away.
Well, I was going to give them the 6 pillars that's necessary for your business plan, your life plan. 6 questions that you must answer at all times that's going to give you your business plan and your life plan. And like I say, it's got to be in writing. It has no value, none, if it's not in writing. The 6 questions that you have to ask yourself is what, when, where, why, who, and how. Now, each what is going to give you a question is a question that's going to give you another question. Each where is going to have a question and give you another question. Each when, where, why, until you get down to how. All of them are going, you might end up with a book 2-3 inches thick that's going to answer to help you build your business. But when you fine tune it and get it down to the size of where you can present it, because here's the thing, don't care who you are, how much money you got, what you're doing. When you go to life, or you go to a bank and say, I need to borrow money for my business, to start my business, they don't care who you are, what your credit score is, nothing. All they're going to ask you for is your business plan. Life is going to ask you for your life plan. When it's in writing, that's where I talk about all the time, the 95-95. 95% chance of success when you write it down, 95% chance of failure if you don't. Choice is yours. I have notebook after notebook after notebook after notebook after notebook because I'm forever writing down my growth, my period, what I'm learning, my business plan I improve upon every day, because every day I grow. I'm still evolving. I evolve. I'm still evolving.
Well, when it comes to notebooks, I've got bunches of them too, small ones, large ones, using your iPhone, your iPad, because see, now we're in the digital age.
Yes.
So people have got so many tools. The tools are what are going to take you to the next part of your life. Now, just for a brief moment, we talked about the spheres of life, the spheres, S-P-H-E-R-E-S. Most people are concerned about 3 spheres of life. 1, yourself, 2, your work, and 3, your relationship. And where you spend those times, it's about having balance to achieve your goals and achieve success. But you'll find that most people are driven in one direction or the other. You're either passionate about your work, or you're passionate about your self-accomplishment, your self-growth, your hierarchy of needs, if you will, or you're passionate about your relationship. The idea for ideal success is to be able to balance the 3 and find the difference between the pain and the suffering.
And the pain and the gain.
The pain and the gain.
Yes.
Most people will either move away from pain to achieve a goal, and of course they move toward pleasure to achieve a goal. But there's a difference between pain and suffering. Pain is inevitable. You might stump your toe while you're training to be in the Olympics, but you don't have to suffer because of it. Right. And some people don't make their goal because they're busy suffering. So remember, the 3 spheres of life are yourself, your work, and your relationship. And being able to balance them depends on how you divide your time and how you see those.
Well, one thing you got to do when you're doing your studies and you're going through the 6 pillars and the 3 spheres, you got to give yourself. Now, here's when you know that you're doing the right things and you're going in the right directions. When you're in your studies, in your learning, in your reading, when you give yourself those aha moments.
Aha!
I didn't know that. I needed to know that. I picked up something I didn't know.
Very interesting.
Yes, yeah. Right. That's your aha moments. Your aha moments are very, very valuable.
Dare we say it's like having an epiphany?
Yes.
I
and
just
you
love
got to give yourself
$10 words.
That's like patting yourself on the back because you have learned something. That's called growth. Life is called growth. Success appears and follows a prepared mind.
Say that again.
Yeah, success appears and follows a prepared mind. Mm-hmm. When you're doing your studies and your learnings and your readings and you're writing down your aha moments, because you're going to go back and read them again. You just write them down and just don't open. You got to read them and study them because every time you read, you see where you've grown from the last time. Or when you read it again, you'll see where what you wrote makes a difference to you now than what it meant to you last time. Because in your growth, because like I say, life's a circle. Life is a circle. What goes around comes around. So you use it once, and you might say later on, say, hey, I need that again, because it fits this situation right now. That's when you're working smart.
Yeah.
Instead of working hard, is when you're not doing your study and trying to do what you're doing. And what you're going to keep getting is what you've been getting. But when you start doing what you haven't done and growing and learning and changing, that's when you start reaching your pillars and your goals.
And that leads to the being, the doing, and having.
Yes.
Who do you have to be, and what do you have to do to have the things that you want in your life? And that's where coaching comes in. This is my shameless plug. My shameless plug.
It is not shameless, because if you aren't being coached,
how you gonna make it?
Yeah, you aren't. Don't just say that. Just prove you aren't.
Yeah, because there are always choices to be made in life, and the advantage of having a coach and a mentor in your life it's by leaps and bounds. We named last week, or a couple of weeks ago, we named the different successful people who had coaches. Well, anybody has had a coach in their life or are using coaches now.
How many coaches do you have, Kevin?
How many coaches do I have? Dare I say, I know I've got 3 personal coaches.
Well,
I've got 3 business coaches, and I just hired a new mentor.
Now, when we say coaches, here's what we're referring to. Now, we do have personal coaches, people we got to report to. They give us assignments to do, things we got to read, make sure that we're on track.
And I got a whole library of coaches.
But that's what I was getting ready to get into.
Oh, okay.
When you're online and you're studying, or you're on a computer studying, that's still a coach. You know, they're still a coach. I mean, I spend time every evening listening to other speakers. I watch their style, I watch what they say, how the audience, takes in what they're saying, how they respond. That's coaching. There's no one out there of greatness that's an athlete or a star or anything that's not being coached. Yeah. Your billionaires have coaches. If I'm a billionaire and I'm still being coached, why do you think you as an individual don't need one? It makes no sense. I mean, you aren't thinking logically.
We saw Jennifer Hudson get coached on the American Idol TV show. We saw her get coached. And we've seen many other American Idol stars.
Well, man, what people don't realize is how many people they got coaching those people on American Idol. They don't just get up there and sing.
No.
They have coaches. They have tons of coaches. Because you watch the first show when they first start, and you watch how they progress from week to week to week. They're being coached.
And a point about coaching, we'll give you a number that you can reach to get in touch with us, so that you can get a free exploratory coaching session, or you can get involved with our full-fledged coaching workshop, dare I say mastermind.
Yeah, mastermind
network.
Network.
So
that's what we're going to do. Mastermind network is, you got to realize, if you have to be, if nothing else, in a mastermind group. Now we're going to get to, when we come back, we're going to talk to you about a mastermind, what mastermind network is, and the power of Mastermind Network. And I'm saying POWER capitalized.
We'll be right back.
We're going to talk about the power of the word Mastermind Network. Mastermind is when you get a group of like-minded people together to talk and discuss and grow each other. Mastermind is a very powerful word. Everyone should be in a mastermind group, because in mastermind groups like the 2 I'm in, we read books, we assign books, we assign chapters, and we discuss them, because we can read the same sentence and get 2 different meanings, and it's discussion. Mm-hmm. So when you say mastermind, you're talking about like-minded ideas, discussions, or people just sharing their opinion and building you how they doing what they're doing, what they see and what they see.
Yeah.
And when you say networking is when you get people together to just talk about what they do. You can ask them, well, how'd you do what you did? The words together are powerful, powerful, powerful. Mastermind network. That's, like when I talk about Facebook, you see a lot of times you see the word mastermind on there.
Yeah, and it's a network.
Yeah, or when you get around a lot of, now I did a presentation about 3 or 4 months ago at a millionaire mastermind network where everyone's there with millionaires. And they were a mastermind network. And if millionaires are having a mastermind network, why come we can't have one?
Well, the phrase mastermind, if everybody's familiar with the great Napoleon Hill.
Oh, yeah.
The Napoleon Hill came up with the concept of mastermind. Is when minds get together, where 2 or 3 are gathered together, then there becomes a meeting of the minds. And so those, no matter how many people in the room that are networking and are thinking, then it becomes one brain. So you have a mastermind. That's why they say 2 heads are better than 1, and all those other colloquial phrases that we've heard in life. When 2 minds gather together, 2, 3, 4, 10, 100 gather together, then that's a mastermind, and they come up with new ideas. The Wright brothers came up with great ideas of mastering air flight. And so then when you look at the word network, a organization like Facebook, for example, is a network, and in a digital capacity, it flattens the planet, because now everybody around the world can get in touch with each other. There are 800 million people connected on Facebook, and that's a network. And then when they all are thinking on one topic, it becomes a mastermind. Yeah.
Because, man, when I did it, my masterminding network, man, it just blew up and took off. I'm thinking, wow.
Yeah.
Because people out there are hungry for it. They're hungry for the word itself, mastermind, tells you what it is.
Master the possibilities.
Yes. Yes, because you never allow yourself to become, here's what you don't want to do. You don't become one of those people that grow old and look back and say, I wish I woulda, I wish I coulda, and I know I shoulda.
Yeah, right.
That it's too late then. I mean, it's never too late, because I'm looking at the gentleman that owned Wendy's. He was in the '60s when he hit it big.
Dave,
yeah. Yeah, so I'm saying you're never too old to learn and never too young to teach. That lie they after tell you that you can't teach your old dog new tricks. Don't believe the hype. You can teach an old dog new tricks. Look at what we're learning. And look at the studies we've gone, look at the people we've taught, the organization, the companies, the corporations that we go to, we speak and we teach.
Right.
I told you about 2 weeks ago when I went to, in Rockville, Maryland, this corporation, and they want me to speak to the employees to show them the value of their job, what their job meant to the company. They thought that they needed to hear that. Mm-hmm. So I did a presentation toward teaching them their value to the company. But what I always do first, I'll talk to supervisors, the managers, the owners, the bosses, to find out what it is you really want me to discuss. What's the problem you're having? And then I try to find a solution that they can understand it's explainable. Well, what I found out after talking with management before I went and did my presentation to the employees, management was wrong.
Management in what way?
They weren't talking to the employees to find out what the problems were. And the employees a lot of times will give you an idea to make the job easier, where you're working smart and not hard.
So when you're counseling the companies, you find out exactly what their needs are.
Yes.
And then you make the presentation specific for the needs of the company.
For the needs of the company.
Whether it's the management, the middle management, or at the technical level.
Yes. Because you got to realize, man, the most valuable, and you're more valuable as an employee than management. Because there would be no management without the employees. Okay. Management is just.
But don't walk off the job.
Don't do not. But I'm just telling you, the value of you in your job, because without you, there would be no job. Because somebody's got to do the work. There can't be all chiefs and no Indians. You know, there can't be all leaders and no followers.
Or they're just out for a walk. Right?
Yeah, right. So it's a very it's a two-way sword, really. So what it is, like Kevin, like we were talking about how you and I, how well we get along in our conversation and how we talk and grow each other.
Yeah, at least on camera.
Yeah. You teach me and I teach you.
Right.
I mean, your specialty is the IT, the
digital
technical,
side,
the digital side, and mine's the thought and the action process. Well, you can't be successful in today's age without the thought and action process. Just like you can't be successful in today's age without
connectivity, using Facebook, LinkedIn, believe it or not, that's social
Twitter.
media.
Yeah, that's social media, man.
Social media is a verb now. People were talking about it like it's a noun, but it's a verb that when you use it properly, it will advance your business. It'll have you recognized as a leader in your area of expertise and passion, and it will help you launch a new business and, dare I say it, get you into that status that is often misused, but you can achieve billionaire status by using today's technology in a way that is going to optimize your brand in the world. When we can help you do that.
Yeah, right. It's because one of the things you must do. This is a must do. You got to put yourself out there around people that will grow you. Now, like tomorrow, Kevin, we're supposed to go to this session tomorrow. We're students. Right. Because we're going and listen to someone that's going to grow us.
Right.
You have to go to these seminars.
And keep listening, because I'm going to bring the notes. We're going to bring the notes to Road to Success TV. We're going to bring the notes. Yes. You can bet that.
That's why we go. Like I said, sometimes you're the teacher, and sometimes you're the student. Well, tomorrow we're students.
Right.
We're going. You got to put yourself in that position. You must, in order to succeed, you got to walk hand in hand with successful people. That's what we're doing tomorrow. Mm-hmm. But we're going as students, not teachers. So when we come back, we can help grow you through someone that's growing us.
So before we close out, because I'm going to let you have the last word, but my final thought is everybody wants to contribute to society. You want to be a contribution. You want to give value to the world. You want to be able to do that. And coaching pulls that out of you.
Yes, it does.
And that need to give beyond yourself can be seen, it can be magnified, like with a magnifying glass, with the help that we can provide for you. It's been a pleasure to be able to talk to you. Remember to keep in touch. Tell your friends about Road to Success TV.
Like they say,
it's going to be everywhere. We got webinars, we got seminars, we got workshops, we got it all.
Tell Lottie Dottie and everybody. Now, here's the fact that you must realize. Fact. In order to grow, you must know. So all I can tell you is until next week, God bless you. Keep studying and working on your road to success.